Hey there guys, so earlier today I live streamed the Abominable Snowbeast Clash of Wills and we got a rank 1 during the live stream. So in this video I'm going to go back and use the same team and just record it as a standalone video for YouTube. So we're going to turn on all modifiers and we're going to be doing a fire party. Now I will say this is probably not like the strongest team you can use. I'm certain it's not. I will definitely be doing more clears as time goes on, but this is the party that I used on the live stream, not really optimized or anything, but we're gonna go in and get a rank 1 all modifiers with this party, basically carried by Hayo and Ayabrea. And Richt is here for a little bit of damage, but honestly, the main reason he's here is because he removes the buffs. Only him or Kaito can do that on the turn that I want to do it. Okay, so this boss hits really hard on your magical tank. So in order to survive, we're going to first of all use Hayo to imbue the party. Once all the autocasting finishes. So we're going to do Infrarega, we're going to do Blazing Brand and his field on turn 1. Ayabrea will do her usual stuff. Gene Heal, Barrier, Haste. Richt will, on this turn, do just some bolting strikes and then absolutes to break the boss. Elena is going to do Cover, then Racial Mitigation with Sanctuary, and then Celestial Guard for the 90% mitigation for turn 1. Melissa is going to do Shelga for the magical mitigation. We're going to do Chronic, and we're going to do Parasol for the Beast mitigation. And then Deuce is going to do Hymn of Healing to unlock her Good Heal. We're going to do the Stat Buff field for turn 1, the early part of the fight, just for, more stats to survive. And then Symphony, because why not? Okay, so your Elena should survive on turn 1 with Omni Cover. Also, a few attacks do bypass cover, but they seem to be relatively minor. It's just the ones on the tank that really hurt. But there you go. With Omni Cover, you should be good on turn 1. Unfortunately, she's not going to have that for later in the fight, and she's going to take some big damage. But we'll deal with that later. So for now, Deuce can just do Dark Green for the healing. We don't need her quite yet. Richt on this turn can just reload and repeat. As soon as the button unlocks. There we go. Ayabrea can just triple heal this turn. We'll use Elena to LB for the mitigations. And then Hayo on this turn can LB for the bigger breaks. And Melissa can do shared and then just some killer buffs. Doesn't really matter on who or whatever. We're going to be doing the real killer buffs later. Okay, so turn 2 is a little bit low damage. Not really a big deal. So here we go. Elemental damage, all that kind of stuff. We're resisting it, no big deal. I'll show you the gear at the end. Okay, so this turn we are going to use Deuce to SLB. I hate all this autocasting. Melissa's going to SLB targeting herself. Richt is going to go to the base form. We're going to do Light Within. Then we're going to do Absolute and Bolting Strike. Ayabrea is going to do her LB this turn to seal the boss. Hayo is going to do... We're going to refresh Infrarega, the field, and... let's see, the field. And we're going to do Blaze Weapon for the Ramping Amplify. And then Elena will just refresh cover. And then do Bolting and Absolute to refill her LB gauge. Okay, so again, another low damage turn on turn 3. I think turn 5 is the next big damage turn, or maybe turn 4. I don't know. In any case, you're going to notice that Elena is going to die quite a few times during this fight. Whatever. A lot of re-raise, so we don't really care that much. Alright, so that turn, yeah. Next turn, the boss is going to get angry and deal some damage. That's okay. So we're going to use LB on Elena this turn to seal the boss, because the boss is getting angry, so LBs will calm him down. He's still going to kill Elena, but, whatever. So Deuce on this turn is going to Dark Green. We're going to Amplify Field, and we're going to do the Demon Killer buff. She's our only Demon Killer here. Ayabrea is going to shift. We're going to do Fire Imbue. We're going to do Mitochondria and Pyrokinesis. Hyo on this turn will do Crimson Undermine, Ultimate Flame, and Refined Stance. And Richt will go to the shift form. We're going to do Radiant for the auto-casting Dispel. So we're going to do Radiant. We're also going to do Moment of Weakness and Leading Legend. That's going to get rid of these buffs. So we have a nice opening for a burst turn on turn 5. Yeah, only Richt or Kaito can Dispel on that turn. So Melissa will now refresh Parasol. That also AoE re-raises for Yelena. We're going to Beast Killer on Ayabrea, and we're going to Human Killer on Hyo, because he hasn't had time to do his own killer buffs. Okay, so yeah, by memory, Yelena dies this turn and re-raises. We don't really care, I think. And... oh, she survived. Well, yay. Whatever. Well, we're going to assume she died, because I think in the last clear she did die. But that's fine. We're going to assume she died. So assuming she died or whatever, we're going to just do Benediction. We're going to Provoke, and we're going to Shelga. Basically just rebuffing herself in case she died, because normally she will there. Richt is going to base form LB. This is going to be our burst turn and our damage cap. We're going to shift Hyo in LB. We're going to shift at LB Ayabrea. And just to make sure we get the turn, the chain count, we'll go ahead and do Dark Green and then just some Bolting Strike Fire just to build the chain. And then Melissa is going to Shared, re-raise Elena, because again, normally she's going to die that turn. I'm surprised she didn't. And then we will bar Dark Dip for some LB fill. We'll go ahead and do the attack and magic buff. We'll go ahead and chain all these up. Oh, I hit Rick 2 first. Whoops. Actually, did I even base form shift Rick? I don't remember if I did. Oh my god. I don't think I did. Is Rick in the shift or the base? No, he's in the base form. He's good. Yeah, he's good. We did it right. So there you go. And we didn't even chain properly. Only 95. Whatever. We're gonna get a 100 count chain score later. It doesn't matter. Oh, and by the way, the 75 threshold is a cover ignoring attack. The whole party guts. So yay. Anyway, let's continue our damage. So we need to use an offensive LB on this turn. So what we're gonna do, Deuce is gonna SLB again. Melissa is going to refill Hyo with seconds of support on Hyo. Then we're going to Human Killer on Hyo and Beast Killer on Hyo. And we'd like to push the 50 threshold if possible, but if we don't, it's okay. So we're gonna shift the LB Hyo. We're gonna triple bolting Ayabrea. Richt will go the shift and triple bolting. Yeah, that was just bad variance that term. Oh well. Triple bolting. Elena will triple bolting as well. And let's see, we'll do that. And we'll go ahead and chain it up. And again, if you push the threshold, great. If you don't, doesn't really matter. We'll be behind a turn. It's fine. We pushed it exactly. So the boss is going to buff himself yet again. Basically, just follow the turn chart, and if you don't push the threshold, all the threshold is some buffs. So you might deal a little bit less damage on a turn. Not that big a deal. This clear is going to have a few extra turns. No problem. But anyway, so we got to use offensive LB yet again this turn to seal the boss. Anytime you see the boss saying about he's gathering his wits or whatever, preparing the ultimate attack, you got to hit him with an LB. But we're good to go. So Richt is going to shift that LB to refresh the Sword in Peril. Shift that LB Aya. But we lost all our fire stuff. So what we're going to do, we're going to end Farega. We're going to Blazing Brand. And we're going to field with Hyo first. And then Deuce is going to Dark Green, Amplify Field, and Symphony. And I apparently use triple cast. It's fine, doesn't really matter. Or quad cast. Kurega. Melissa will now SLB herself for the mitigation, the cooldown reduction, etc. And we're going to LB Elena. So wait for all this to finish, and we're going to chain all this up. Now the boss does have a big defense and spirit buff because we pushed that threshold last turn. Again, if you didn't push the threshold, he won't have that big buff. So it doesn't really matter because this will definitely push the threshold if you didn't on the previous turn. Oh, and I did Rick wrong again. Whoop. But yeah, so that turn, with the previous turn's threshold buff, it did basically nothing. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay, some more attacks. We might lose Elena again. We did. She re-raises. No big deal. With Melissa on the party, a lot of re-raises. We're fine. And we're going to go ahead and put re-raise on her again. So because Elena yet again died, the boss hits really hard. So we're going to go ahead and do Shelga, Shared, and Parasol Shield. That'll reapply re-raise. Deuce, we'll go ahead and Dark Green. Demon Killer's not ready, so we'll just do Dark Green, Amp Field, and Symphony. Elena will cover. We're going to Sanctuary and Celestial for that big mitigation. Let's see, Richt will go to the base form, where we're going to Light Within again for the killers, and double bolting. It's not bolting. So, Light Within and double bolting. Ayabrea, shift form, we're going to Awaken and double bolting. Hayo is now ready to burst again, but first we're going to do Mighty Flame for the Amplify and double bolting. So we'll go ahead and chain all this up. And again, turn charts in the comment. If I'm going too quickly, just follow the turn chart and you'll be good. And little bit of damage, not too terribly much. I don't remember if Elena dies again on this turn. Does or doesn't. Either way. No, she doesn't. Probably dies next turn. So, let's go ahead and deal some damage again. As you notice, the boss has no buffs this turn. This is a perfect turn to burst. So we're going to SLB on Deuce. We're going to base form LB Richt. Shifted LB Aya. Shifted LB Hayo. Once he finishes his thing. We're going to double Absolute on Elena, and then with this power, I protect you. And look at my turn chart. Yeah, we're going to Shared Immunity this turn. We're going to Beast Killer on Aya, and we're going to not answer this right now. Beast Killer on Aya and Human Killer on Hayo. And let's see, we're going to attack a magic buff. We're gonna resist buff. I don't remember what turn. Like I said, this is not super optimized yet. But anyway. Oh, damn it. I didn't click Melissa first. Whoopsies, we kind of didn't have the big killers. Oh well. As you see, it doesn't really matter. We push the next threshold. That's a 25 threshold. So the boss is gonna get buffs yet again. Again, we might lose Elena. Hey, we did. Good job. Awesome. Okay. Probably going to lose her next turn. Whatever. It's fine. It doesn't matter if she dies. But we do want to dispel the boss, though. So we're going to Shifted with Richt, and we're going to Radiant Protection to dispel the boss, and then double bolting. Let's see here. Ayabrea is going to 150 Amplify and double bolting. Isn't it nice that she has a double amp? Hayo is going to Crimson Undermine and double bolting. Let me look at my turn chart. We're going to do that with Elena, her LB. That'll also seal the boss because we used an LB. We'll SLB Melissa on herself. That'll again re-raise on our Elena. We'll do Dark Green Demon Killer and Amp Field with our Deuce. And we'll go ahead and chain this up. Again, the boss has big buffs this turn. Some of those were undispellable, so they're going to still be there. But next turn, the threshold buff should go away, and then the mitigation should be dispelled automatically by Richt. Yeah, the boss is going to do, I think, I forget what it's called, Abominable Defense, I believe. Oh, there goes Elena. Elena loves to die. Alright, it's fine. Okay, so we're going to shift that LB Aya. We're going to base form LB Richt. Hayo's LB is not good to go, so that's fine. We can fix that. So Melissa can fill Hayo's LB with Bard Darkja. Let's go ahead and Shared and Parasol for our Elena, who did die. There we go. Shifted LB Hyo. Let's see. Before we do this, Deuce will dark green, Amp Field, and Demon Killer is not there, so we'll Symphony. And Elena will do... Let's go ahead and do Absolute to starter chain with our Richt. Then we're going to do Cover and Provoke for the mitigations. That means we're not going to have Shelga. Oh, it doesn't matter. We did Bar Darkja. That's good enough. Anyway, this should get the boss relatively close-ish to dead. 7%, that's fine. We'll go ahead and finish him off next turn. So this turn, I don't remember what the boss does. Some damage. Didn't kill Elena. That's progress. Okay, so again, this turn, the fire stuff has worn off. Notice that. So Hyo will go to the base form and redo the fire stuff. This is kind of the headache with Hyo being our only fire support. Is he's wasting a lot of turns, all the re-imbues and all. Re-imbue, field. Like, it'd be much better if Abigail was here. But, you know, Blazing Brand as well. So Richt on this turn will do Extreme Nova Frames in the shift form. Let's see, Extreme Nova Frames. And we're going to use Melissa to Seconds of Support on Aya to refill her. And then we'll do Human Killer on Aya. And... oh my god. I have to take this one. I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Pick up right where we left off. So we Beast Killer Aya, Human Killer Aya, and Seconds of Support Aya, because she's going to carry the last little bit of damage. We're going to SLB our Deuce to give us the buffing. Shifted LBU, that'll chain Extreme Nova with Richt. And then, because we're going to kill the boss this turn, Elena can either, if it's ready, Shifted LB, or we'll just shift and like weave in some damage for bonus damage. And if you're not confident in killing the boss this turn, stay in the base form. But I'm almost certain we're going to kill the boss, so I'm going to go ahead and shift and do all this. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll do this. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and chain it up. And that should be a rank 1 with this party. Yeah, as I can tell, you know, I knew that turn was going to do about like 11 or 12%, so it was pretty safe to go ahead and burst and not worry about Elena. Anyway, as you saw, so Elena died, you know, quite a few times. I'm not entirely sure how to make her survive reliably, but just re-raising her is whatever, you know. I'm sure if I like adjust it and all that, I'll find better ways to make her survive. But there you go. You know, we did the 100 count chain score on at some point. So Aya Brea definitely carries this one. She's really, really good here. Hyo also really good. Does the field, does all the fire support. Richt, I mean, we kind of need Richt for that buff removal on turn 4. If not for that one turn, like, I wouldn't bring Richt. I'd bring someone else. But that buff removal on turn 4 is really nice. Now, I definitely could, like, just reform the whole party rotation and burst on a different turn. But this works, so whatever. But yeah, if you want to just change the rotation and burst on a different turn when the buffs aren't there, you could drop Richt and bring, like, a higher damage dealer. Like, you know, the new Barrel or Genesis or something. And I don't really care about Red Pearls, honestly. I'd rather take it over a Red Pearl. But yeah, I'm going to show you the gear. Turn chart will be in the comments. And I'll be doing more clears over the weekend, etc. If you watched the live stream, you saw that I got Barrel from a ticket. So I'll even do a Barrel clear at some point. But here's the party we're using. Let's see. Melissa is just generic, whatever, who cares. Bulk, morale fill, there you go. Same thing for Deuce, morale fill, peppermint rod, you know, just whatever. Doesn't matter, like, they don't really do anything, just morale fill. Elena is, I mean, is bulky as far as I can tell, 16.7 spirit, 330 ice and earth resist, and then with Melissa's shared immunity. She's at 400 ice and earth. That's literally immune to the elements. And she still dies constantly. I don't get it. But there it is. There's her setup. Shift form, I mean, we geared for damage, but we like never shift until the kill turn. So there you go. Ricked, both forms. There it is, maxed on everything, and he gears really easily for this. Hyo, in the base form, just whatever. Morale fill, support stuff, who cares. Shift form is the real damage, and there it is, although he wasn't the highest damage, he was the second highest damage. And then the real carry, Ayabrea, base form, kind of whatever, just, there it is. But shift form, 18.3 attack power, maxed on all the killers. There we go. Okay, turn Shard will be in the comments, and I'll do more clears in the future. See you then.